So if you're watching this video, you probably find yourself living paycheck to paycheck and you are just tired. You are sick and tired and you want things to change. Maybe you have a family and they're relying on you. And every day you get up and you just feel like there's a cloud over you and there's just no way out. I know how you're feeling. You're not alone. There's a lot of other people feeling the same exact way, and that's why I'm making this video. Because it is not God's will for you to stay in a rut, and I want to show you how to get out of it. Okay? And so there's a comment that I got on one of my previous videos that I want to share with you because I know it's going to be relatable for a lot of people that are watching. So let's dive in. All right, so this comment is from G Slugger. I'm just going to call you Slugger. Hey Jeremy, I love your videos, especially because it's family-centered and Christian value-centered. I'm working in customer service jobs, making just enough to afford groceries and rent, and occasionally a semi-nice night out with my wife if we can get extra. We have a 9-month-old son and a baby on the way. I'm working whatever remote job I can get because we have needs, but how the economy is right now, it's just getting us from only paycheck to paycheck. Wow. And you got 2 kids, or at least 1 coming on the way. Congrats on that. But yeah, your life is definitely gonna get a lot more hectic, I imagine. I'm called of God to do Christian rap music and ministry, but I have no time for that passion without sacrificing time with my family because I have to work afternoon to almost midnight, 5 days a week. Wow, from 12 to midnight with the family, that is hard. I want to have a fulfilling career that I can afford our necessities and some wants and be able to give and save while having a flexible schedule so I can have time for the things closer to my heart. But that's few and far between when working for someone else, but it's not a guaranteed salary and I need security that we can afford what we need. That's understandable. I want to ask how I should start the transition so there is no gaps in having enough money or not. If you can share any wisdom or any insight. So there's a lot to unpack there, Slugger. There's a lot going on, and I don't know the context of your situation, what your wife's doing, how much she's making, she's a stay-at-home mom or whatever. So in this video, your comment moved me, man. So I really wanted to just share, just from my heart, things that I would have done, what I've done when I was making the least amount of money in a customer service job. I was working at the Marriott and I was making $12 an hour back then, which was actually a lot, I felt like, back then when I was 18 or so. I was working at the Marriott and I was working from 3 to 11 p.m. as well, that night shift, but I didn't have a family. But I just knew when I was at that moment, I was like, I love what I'm doing here. I love serving people and I really did like the job because it was actually pretty fun. But I knew that's not where I wanted to be at, right? Working 3 to 7 is not, or sorry, 3 to 11 is not something that would work for me, especially if I was to start having a family. I knew this was just a short-term thing I was in college at the time. So it's just a short-term thing while I was trying to get eventually, a better job. And so through that time though, I knew I had to develop skills. And so for me, I was like, okay, wow, I want a little bit more time, more weekends. I want holidays off and things like that. How can I use that service-based skill and transfer it to another workplace? And at that time, I thought about working at the bank, right? So the bank, they get holidays off, typically Saturdays. They're only from 9 to 1. At least the one I worked at, some even have complete Saturdays off. But the hours are always from 9 to 4, 9 to 5. And at least that would give me extra time with my family, give me extra time to study, trying to build my skills. At this time, there's no time to relax at this moment. I know that you want to pursue ministry, and God wants that for you too, right? You want to do the things of God, you want to spend time with your family, but you have to set a foundation and you have to get yourself ready and right for your future, for the best interest of your family, but also for your walk with God. And I'm not saying that you can't have a walk with God and be busy at the same time. No, but it definitely, if you are less busy, it makes it easier to prioritize the things of God. But right now, you have to set a foundation. You have to pull up your pants and you have to start building the skills you need, looking for other jobs that will not just give you more income, but actually give you some back your time. So leveling up your skills is really going to be the only option that you have. And you have to think about it as as a blessing, man. Like, you have to think about it as like, wow, okay, God gave me these hands, God gave me this brain, God is on my side, is working for you. And he is, because he sees and he will bless your efforts, because he knows, man, you have a family. He knows that you have to provide, right? He knows that you want to pursue ministry, you want to do the things of Christ. Okay, so God has got your back, but you have to take those steps. You have to get up in the morning, pray, read your Bible, of course, do all those essential things, but then actually make time to invest in yourself, right? You have the energy, you have the hands, you have the mind, the strength to do these things. And so you have to think about from that perspective. God is fighting for you, God is with you, and he's gonna give you the strength to provide for your family. And I believe that 100% because he's done it for me. As long as you have to stop sometimes just to snap yourself out of it. Like, if I'm sometimes just feel really kind of sluggish, don't want to make a YouTube video or anything like that, I have to snap myself out of it by either going on a walk, just getting out of the house and just focusing on something different, or even just focusing on serving other people, right? Because if you're just sitting there in your own thoughts and it's all about you, right? It's all about you, it's all about your problems, and that's really depressing. But if you're focusing on go somewhere after work or before work, right? Because you work from 12 to midnight, go wake up early, go somewhere and start either taking a course, start learning a skill, start filling out applications to work at a bank or in a customer service job that has a little bit better hours. And I know this may be just a really hard pill to swallow, but you have to realize, like, sometimes you have to take one step back in order to take leaps forward. And that one step back is really a season of you just preparing yourself for what and who you become. And that one step back is getting your prayer life together, getting your finances together, getting your skills together, right? And that might take 3 to 6 months of you maybe just learning just one new skill. But you have to think about it that way. Okay, I'm in a season right now where I am trying to become better, not for myself, right? For my family, for the people that I will minister to in the future. And I think that's what really kind of helped me when I stopped trying to think about my problems, stopped trying to just make money for myself. But it's like, no, okay, you have a family now, right? It's beyond you. Anything and everything that you do now, it's not just for you, but it's for your family. It's for the people that look up to you, and you may not think people do, but they do. People are watching every day. And so you just have to believe that. You have to believe that. You have to believe God is fighting for you. And I think it's so funny because you're not the first person to ask me this type of question in the comments. And so yours just really kind of moved me. And I think I'm gonna start opening up my calendar. I haven't done this before, but now that my life is a little bit slowed down a little bit, we just moved into a new place. The Airbnb is kind of going, it's more passive now. And I think I wanna open up my calendar, maybe just like 2 or 3 slots a week, and just doing some coaching calls and making it affordable. At least right now, I'm not sure how much demand there'd be. I know I've been doing a lot of coaching calls last year, and just like doing them for free. And yeah, I was doing them for free, right? You guys would apply to talk to me, and I got hundreds of you guys asking and just trying to just get some advice, right? About retiring early, living a life on your own terms, different things like that. But I think I might just open up my calendar just 2 or 3 days a week. And I want to try to make it affordable, right? Either 30 minutes or 1 hour slots, just to really help you kind of make a game plan, or maybe get you on the right track to whatever skill that you want to learn. And so the skills that I would probably, I guess I have qualified to talk about is advertising, right? Marketing, Airbnb, and sales, and different things like that. Or I guess just getting your finances in order. Sorry, I just got distracted here. I've been getting a lot of like bookings for anniversaries and just like honeymoon. Like, I got a 6-night booking for honeymoon, which I thought it was amazing. It's just really cool. People are willing to come out here and just spend some time alone together. It's really cool. She just had some questions, and I asked her like I ask every guest how they found me, because I am running ads in specific areas around Detroit just to get more customers and book more. So it's really cool. She came from one of my ads, and it's just really nice to know that my marketing efforts are working. I kind of have to be on my phone a lot more now. Not really a lot more, I just have to have it with me, because sometimes people will just book at any time, and if they have a question or something, I got to answer it. But it's really cool, this Airbnb thing. I'm loving it so far. But I think I'm going to order or open up my calendar. The link will be down below if you do want to schedule a time to talk with me, because I know a lot of people do need help or just need support and need someone to push them. And a lot of people just don't have that. And if I can make it affordable and be there and help them, I think why not? Why not? It's been 2 years and I've been doing YouTube. You guys don't see a lot of ads or anything like that I'm promoting. But I do want to help, but it's also my time is limited, right? So I want to work with people that actually do want to change and do need help and do want to see a change in their life, not just for themselves, but for their families. So I'll leave the link down below. And if you're interested, we'll talk soon.
You asked the tough questions along the way, but but once you broke it down, it made much more sense, and for me to really understand and to start giving myself a little bit of grace along the way of just like, okay, if this is where you're at right now, this is where you're at now. Let's just work towards making a plan to tackle these things, effectively, and just have it be based off of not anybody else's voices, just my own, and what my ultimate lifestyle would be, and how you flipped what I thought was I wanted, travel around the world, big yachts, all this type of stuff, like what social media puts out there into your head, that kind of just messes you up a little bit. And when you just scaled it all the way down and just reverse engineer it to what that perfect lifestyle for you looks like, it made things so much easier to my mental of like, wow, I didn't even realize like this is all that I wanted, and it doesn't take that much to live like this. But I really appreciate that, and like I said, I've been talking to my friends about just kind of reverse engineering what that really looks like, and utilizing that with my wife. And to me, that was very motivating and also very powerful at the same time.